Hey everyone, welcome to another Skywalker Saga Q&A, and hopefully the week before, I suppose, anything possible comes on May 4th, if there is something to come. Obviously nothing this week, wasn't really expecting anything this week, but we are keeping these going, obviously, to keep that weekly discussion going. So yeah, it's good to see you all. Get to the chat in just a second. I don't know if the chat is broken. I'll say this, I don't know if I'm going to have to like restart this, which is something I was worried about, but I kept it going. I don't know if it's letting people comment. I've had a few members tell me it's not. So I'm going to give it all of like a minute, and then if it doesn't let people comment, I'm unfortunately going to have to restart it. This is an issue I had 2 weeks ago as well. I think it was 2 weeks ago. So I will just restart. If it doesn't let people comment, or if I can't see comments, that is, because people might be commenting, I just can't see it. But yeah, YouTube streaming lately has been all over. Retro Boy, how you doing? I think it's working now. I think it's YouTube streaming is all over the place right now. It's completely broken. I don't have a clue what's wrong with it. I think it's coming through now. I think it's working now. It's an absolute mess. Is YouTube streaming right now? They got some serious issues that they need to fix. But I think it's working. I think. If not, I'll just have to check. Hello Retro. Hello Todd, Connor, Ares, Nigel, Ugandan. Hi, how are you guys? Hopefully we're good. Hopefully we're good. I don't want to get into anything in case we're not. Is it gonna work? If you are here, let me know if you're having any issues on your part, because I will just have to restart. I know I keep saying that, but I don't want to restart and then it's working fine, or it starts to work fine. Hello, Ninjago, Nick. Good to see you. Good to see you. We can't do this one, Ray. What am I doing? How you doing, Trudy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello, Kyle. How are you? How are you? Yeah, I think it's picking up now. If you're new, I suppose you are all new. It's just starting. Let me know, guys, if there's any issues, because YouTube streaming has been terrible lately. I've seen people reporting issues everywhere. There's issues with comments not showing up in chat. I've seen like a few things with like events. So for mine, for example, it says processing, even though the stream isn't done yet, which is a big red flag, but I couldn't get rid of it. How you doing, Mad Charge, Wazzy? You're playing this today and you complete it. I'm guessing you didn't complete it all in one day, Wazzy. I'm guessing that took you some time. How long did it take you? I mean, considering I'm doing this once every week right now, it's taking me quite a while, but I've already got 100% save on it. Hello, Sam, how are you? Good to see you. We'll get into questions in just a second as well. We need to find what the hell of a mission we're doing. Let's go to the Falcon and see where we shall be going today. I don't have Switch, no, I don't. But I know that quite a few people actually like the Switch, because I was curious when they first announced that and released it, if it was actually going to take off, or if it was just going to be like kind of one of these failed kind of mini consoles. As I think that's just the name I've given them, mini consoles. I think they have an actual name, but yeah, I haven't got one. Do I intend to get one? Probably not. How you doing, Cora? Good to see you. I'm just gonna check real quick if this is my issue and it's got slow mode on. So comments just seem to be coming through very slow, which happened 2 weeks ago as well, and it was a YouTube thing. I don't want to get complacent. I'm not trying to say I should be getting way more comments and just take it for granted, but I can usually see when there's something up, so I'm just going to double check that. But we'll fix a mission. I also need to switch my chair, because I have 2 chairs. This is the squeaky one, the one that annoys quite a lot of people. I need to get the other one, so I'll do that in just a second. Slow mode shouldn't be on. I think we're good now. I think we're good. How you doing, Cora? Since this is the only live stream series I'm watching, I don't really know much about the live streaming issues. Well, I probably would have encountered them a bit more if I was streaming more, but it's been a bit all over recently. Anyway, we need to pick a mission, guys, and please don't spam. Looks like I'm without a mod tonight. I know Tyler is off tonight, but we'll get into questions now. So get them away. Get the questions away. And hopefully next week, things are really going to start getting a bit better. I doubt we're going to have actual news this time next week, but we're going to be closer to May 4th. And if something doesn't come on May 4th, that's going to be quite frustrating. Right, we're going to try. Might as well start with the first Takadana mission. Try getting the True Jedi, the mini kits all sorted here. The best character to go is going to be a Kit Fisto, because he's Jedi character and he can do those underwater things, which this game only. Hello Fierce, how are you? So Kit Fisto's the man. I'm going to switch. There, you heard that? That's the squeaky chair. I'm just going to switch this. Thankfully the other one is right behind me, so it won't involve me going into another room or anything and then going silent. There we go. Do you think Indiana Jones will be in the game? Just like Han Solo is in the Indiana Jones Lego game. I've said a few times I think it's definitely plausible just because he was in the old game. I don't know if it's definitely not as possible as George Lucas being in the game. I honestly think George is going to be in the game, just for the fact that they included Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams in the last one. And they're nowhere near as significant as George Lucas. And also I'm told with this one that in the LEGO Marvel games, in one of them Stan Lee is in it. I wouldn't be able to verify that one 100% because I haven't played them. Or I've only ever played them at friends' houses. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool, to be honest. When is the game out? All we know right now is... this is the thing. Because... all we officially know is spring 2021, but obviously they've now said they can't meet their deadline of spring 2021. So what that also tells us, in a way, they didn't give any of a date on that second delay post. So we could all sit here and say it's 2021, but it might not be 2021. Now I think it is, realistically. I don't think it's going to get delayed yet another year. Don't worry about that. Hopefully I haven't spoken too soon there, but no, I don't think it'll get delayed to 2022. But they didn't explicitly say in that message when it's coming out, if it's still in 2020, if it's still coming out in 2021, which is very vague. Stanley has all the powers in a LEGO Marvel game. That would be great with George, having George in the game with all powers. Why not? Why the hell not? Is what I say. It seems right, doesn't it? Give him every make him like that. Make him. This is the thing. I'd say now obviously the equivalent in this game would be gold bricks. There'll be kyber bricks in the new game, but I think just having George Lucas, no matter how many powers he's got, is still a little small for collecting all kyber bricks, all gold bricks in this game. So I think maybe George and something else. I remember in the Clone Wars game, for all the gold bricks you get the stealth ship, which can go invisible, and it's cool and everything, but I still don't think it was worth all the gold bricks. Honestly, all gold bricks or kyber bricks in this situation is always a hard one, because at the end of the day, once you get to that position, that's the game completed. But at the same time, I think more than just a singular character for me. Do you think the delay was because they are working on online co-op or just publishing it? Honestly, I think it's actual issues with the game itself, within the gameplay mechanics. That's what it will most likely be. I don't think it's anything to do with like working from home. I don't think it's any additional features. In fact, I don't think the game will have any additional features on top of what it was supposed to have when it was first announced in 2019. Yes, it was 2019. That feels so weird to say, considering how long we've been waiting. But I doubt it'll have any additional features to what it did then. The first delay we all know was because of the pandemic and the working from home combined. The second delay for me, while not confirmed, is probably just glitches, errors with the actual game. Them trying to perfect it, which is fine. And I don't. Also, if that is the case, I obviously don't expect them to full on publicly say that, because although that is the case with most games, if not every game, there are issues behind the scenes with development. They tend not to tell you these things because it can make people skeptical, which I suppose is understandable, but at the same time it's so normal for these things to happen that knowing that myself, I wouldn't be skeptical in any way if TT Games would have come out and said that they're having development issues. So Stanley is in all the LEGO Marvel games. This is the thing with me. This is where a few people get a bit confused, is that I am a Star Wars gaming YouTuber, so I'm not like... I get a few comments these days asking me if I plan to cover like other LEGO games, and to that I have to tell you no, unless it's Star Wars games, because I'm a Star Wars gaming channel. So the other LEGO games, I'm not that familiar with. LEGO Star Wars games, I could pretty much tell you everything there is to know about them. There's probably something here and there. Is this the part where I'm going to get quizzed? I don't know. But my knowledge is pretty good. Like and subscribe, guys, as well. If you are new, I would appreciate it. Have I ever played The Force Unleashed 1 and 2? I did try a Force Unleashed Let's Play on the channel. And I didn't particularly enjoy that game. And this is a weird one for me, because I am not a fan of old games. And it depends on your definition of old. But I am not a fan of... I made this very clear when I was covering Battlefront. I am not a fan of the original Battlefront. I was not a fan of The Force Unleashed. But I was a fan, and maybe this sounds like I'm just saying it for the sake of it, but it's not. I think you'll know that if you've watched me for a long time. But I was a fan of the LEGO Star Wars games when I was younger. I think there's just something about them. I think, to a degree, what that is that Battlefront, for example, it's supposed to look like the characters in their real form. It's supposed to be realistic, and obviously with the original Battlefronts, the Force Unleashed, the technology wasn't as great, so they look off. But with LEGO games, they're based on LEGO characters that... Alright, they're based off actual humans, or in the case of like Admiral Akbar, an alien that does have a real life form, if you follow with me. So I can put it aside, I think, for LEGO games. Maybe if I played the original Battlefronts, The Force Unleashed, when I was a kid, I'd have a different outlook on it. But I didn't. How you doing, Brandon? Good to see you. Let me check I don't miss anyone. Trudy, Howie, I think I already said Trudy. Gotham. How you doing? It wouldn't be a stream without someone talking about the Younglings death level, and Gotham is the first one to do that. I don't know if you guys are genuinely honest at this point, or if you're just trolling me. May 1st. I don't think the game comes out on May 1st. This is the Q&A, Brandon. This is the LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Q&A, indeed, as it says in the title. Do you think Anakin's mum will be playable in Skywalker Saga? Shmi? Yeah, I would think so. I would definitely think so. And Shmi has been in some of the LEGO shorts, because obviously, like I've told you all, I used a lot of my thumbnail images off these LEGO shorts on Disney Plus. So I've watched a few, admittedly, like lately. They're alright, and Shmi is in that, but Shmi has never had like a physical LEGO minifigure apart from what's been in those shorts, so that's always interesting. Right, I need to... I'm not good at talking and playing. I mean, I've admitted to that many a time. I've never been good at talking and playing. But LEGO Star Wars makes it a bit easier because it's an offline game. Until Skywalker Saga potentially is online. No, I'm not going to get my hopes up too much about that. Do you think the game could have any type of multiplayer mode? It is possible, and I'd say if it is to be in any LEGO game, it's this one. As in the Skywalker Saga, because it's the biggest LEGO game of all time. So they never fail to remind us. Why not break that barrier of having more than at least 2 players online at this point? But there's nothing confirmed on that, and I definitely, as I said earlier, I do not for a minute think that the reason for this delay, the second delay, is anything to do with, the fact of them adding additional features like multiplayer. I just think it is correcting the current features. Can we put this over there? No? Okay. Interesting. I need to get that mini kit up there. Watch all my vids about the Skywalker Saga. Thank you, Brendan. I should have some videos out about it soon. As you can probably understand, it's quite difficult right now, and I know I've made it very clear. I do read the comments. I know a lot of you. I say a lot of you. I think I overuse the term "a lot of you" too much. I group of you sometimes in the comments there. I just cover the whatever, and I don't cover news. That sometimes I get told there's no news when I make a news video, and I hear that definitely. While I think you're wrong because I cover every tiny bit. But even as far as that goes, there's been tiny things, and usually I just combine them into one video. I feel that makes it better. Like, I wouldn't just make a video about a tweet, for example, unless it's like a delay or a cancellation tweet. But if, on the other hand, I've got some other topics to go with that, I'd make a video. But right now there's been nothing, and I just don't want to give you something that is actually... There's no news in it. There's absolutely nothing. That really does seem like stretching it, and maybe you'd argue I've stretched it before. I can assure you, even I have my levels of stretching it if you think that. But yeah, hope that explained it well. I felt like it was a very bad explanation, to be honest. Right, we're gonna try Boba to get over there. What do you reckon the other two DLC packs are? Well, obviously I've made a video on this, haven't I? And I've never shied away from that. That there's two other character packs. We saw the image. If you haven't, there was an image along with the menu screen that was leaked of there being 8 character packs. Now, I honestly, at this point, I believe those other 2 character packs have been scrapped, and I think there's no other way around it. I don't think they exist. I don't think they will ever exist in the game. What do I originally think they were? Probably Clone Wars, probably Rebels. I don't think there's any other explanation for those. Probably one of those. But I think they've been scrapped pretty much. They wouldn't. The official pre-order for the game is now up. I don't think they would go back on that now. They pretty much can't go back on that now. What is this? Is this? Okay, here it is. Got a mini kit here, and there's another one up there, and I don't have a clue where to go for this. It's been in this area a while, but there's been a fair few mini kits, so I don't mind being in this area for a while. Destroy everything around here just in case. I mean, there was a little hatch for small characters up there to get to the mini kit that I flew over to get, so that means that there's another hatch somewhere else. I just don't know where somewhere else is. Not a question, but I've never ended playing The Force Awakens, and it looks really well done. The graphics and lightsaber fights. The graphics and lightsaber fights are fan. Well, the lightsaber fights I don't know actually. They're not the greatest, but I can let that off. But the graphics are utterly fantastic in every way. Hello Dan, how are you? How are you? Benfica fan, welcome. How is this guy playing the game? I'm playing the Force Awakens. This is the Skywalker Saga Q&A. I tried to make that very apparent in the title. But yeah, I think the vast majority of you once again know what it is. If you're a bit confused, this is the Force Awakens. I am not playing the Skywalker Saga. I wish I was. Corbin, how you doing as well? I forgot to welcome you. I seriously want a quadrupled player mode. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, one of the Lego Marvel games have a quadrupled mode. I think 4 players, if you're referring to 4 players there, which I think you are, I think 4 players works. Now, I would love to have 50 players, but I don't think 50 players is going to happen. What do I realistically think could happen? Or what do I realistically think is possible and want to happen? I want 4 players. I think 4 works out. You and 3 other friends, why not? It works for me. And I think it works for most by the sounds of things. I've not really heard many complaints about 4 players, so why the hell not, is what I say. If I can't get this final one, we're just going to move out of this area and I'll figure it out another time. This shows how my knowledge is bad on one of these games, this one. My knowledge on the rest, not so bad, but on this one, quite bad. That's why I'm replaying it in the first place. But where is the other hatch? I mean, maybe you've got to just go into the next phase anyway. Maybe that's the next room anyway, and then you can come back out here. It can always be that. You never know. Eon, I saw your comment earlier, but welcome. What would you prefer I call you then? Do you think LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga will have spiders? The first 3 didn't, Clone Wars and Force Awakens do. Spiders as in, like, enemies, or, like, just spider, like the little Lego spiders? I don't quite get what you... Do you mean just, like, mini Lego spiders? I mean, it's... If that's a joke they maybe want to pull, then it's always possible, isn't it? I don't know, though. Maybe? Who's blocking your messages, Gotham? Nobody's blocking your messages, I don't think. If you mean I'm ignoring your messages, I try not to... Well, I try not to ignore anyone. I don't ignore anyone, but sometimes when I don't read like someone's comments multiple times, which is just coincidence, by the way, people think I'm ignoring them. I assure you I'm not. Because I can be on like a good run of questions, and then I just end up like spending ages on one, which is a good thing as well, because you want in-depth answers, I'm sure. Or do you? Do you just want... You just want easy answers. Roses are red, the Death Star is round. Oh dear. Can you hear that outside? There's always disturbances in my streams, whether it's motorbikes, dogs, or screaming kids. There's always someone outside when I stream. Anyway, what was I? Roses are red, the Death Star is round, it's over Anakin, I have the high ground. I've never heard that one before, Retro Boy. Definitely not 1,000 times. But it never gets old, does it? If I didn't think of that one, actually. If you are typing a message and YouTube is deleting it, like I kind of alluded to at the start of the stream, there does seem to be some issues right now with YouTube and streams, and I was definitely experiencing that for the first few minutes of this stream. It's quite annoying. So once again, I can see when... Now, if YouTube removes comments, actually, one of my own moderators, Tyler, who is here every week except this week. He said he was busy this week, so he's not here to kind of admit this happened. But he is a moderator on my channel. Only I can remove his comments. And even he said his comments would be... It was him, or it was maybe Already Dead, who's another moderator. It was one of them, or I think it was both of them, because this was a few months back now. And they said their comments were being removed. And only I can do that, so maybe YouTube is... I don't know, but I can assure you right now, no one's comments are being removed. I had to time out one person earlier, and that's it. So yeah, I'm not removing anyone's comments. I can assure you of that. How many Anakins do I think will be in the game? Is this the part where I count them, maybe? Alright, Episode 1 Anakin... Episode 1 Anakin with like the pod racer gear on, whether they'll be 2 separate, I don't know. Then Episode 2 Anakin, Episode 2 Poncho. Will Anakin with his green and blue saber in Episode 2 be the same? I don't know, so we'll add on another one there for 5. Episode 3 Anakin. Probably battle damaged Anakin. I could see it happening. It's in the Clone Wars game. I think it's in this one as well. I'll have to check the character packs, but it's definitely in the Clone Wars game. Then Force Ghost Anakin. So at most 8. At most 8. And then you've got Vader's if you want to count Vader's as well. So it's up to you if you count Vader as well. But yeah. Forgot what I had to do here. Oh right, you just stand on it. I get confused in this game if you have to jump on things or not. Well, they've got their chicken. Now they're fighting over it. Am I excited for Bad Batch? I am, and that's why I'm not too worried if we don't get LEGO Star Wars news. Obviously, I want LEGO Star Wars news just as much as you all do. But I'm really excited for the Bad Batch. I think it's going to be a fantastic show. As a die-hard Clone Wars fan, and as someone who really is just curious about the transition between the Republic to the Empire and what happened with the clones and the Kaminoans. It's right up my lane. I think it's right up a lot of people's lane, to be honest. I can't wait for it. I think this is the type of show we should have had instead of... I'm a big Rebels fan, actually, as well. Not as big as I am Clone Wars fan, but I do like the show. But I think this is the type of show we should have had all along. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, if you're new. 4 away from 40. Gotham, if you're typing like a violent comment, then maybe YouTube is just removing it, I would guess, which I would say is a good thing, actually. Because be kind, everyone. You can still have an opinion about something, you know, regarding the game, hopefully, because that's what we're here to talk about. But be kind in the way you talk about the game and the developers and everyone who works hard and all that stuff. Are chickens porgs? I don't think chickens are porgs, no. I mean, there's maybe similarities, but I don't think chickens are porgs per se. Can I, if I go up here, does this lead? I think this leads me to the top, you know. No, it doesn't. It leads me nowhere. Okay, that didn't last very long. I know I'm moving slowly through this, but obviously I'm on free play because I'm just trying to get everything. And yeah, obviously I want to see how this goes. I'll probably end up like backing out of this mission halfway through as well. Just when I think I'm not getting anywhere with it, we save, we get a bit of progress, we move on. That's what I was doing a lot last week. I just got Disney Plus, now I'm going to binge everything again. Oh, when it came out last year, I remember like binging the Clone Wars again. So I love the Clone Wars. What's happening here? Oh, they're probably dancing to the music, which I have to have muted. Get Jeff a chair. Oh, stud. Hopefully Jeff's got his chair. Jeff won't be at E3, I don't think. But hopefully Jeff's got his chair. I feel very passionately about Jeff's chair. Or Jeff just having a chair. You at least need to come out of this with True Jedi. Because we're a mini kit down and I have no idea how to get it out there. What characters do I want to see in Jedi Fallen Order 2? I mean, I'm not going to spend too long on a Fallen Order question just because I'm trying to keep it to Skywalker Saga as always. But I'd like to see Maul in there. If we go back to Dathomir, I don't think Malicos could have been doing, you know, working or whatever he was doing there without the consultation of Darth Maul. Once again, apologies for background noise, but as you probably know in these streams, if it's not motorbikes, dogs, or kids screaming outside, then who knows what it is. There's always a disturbance in my streams. And as soon as the streams end, it's quiet. It's like a ghost town. They do it on purpose. They do. Didn't work. Boba, shoot that. Thank you. Please read my previous comments. I put my heart in them. Oh, I will, Gotham. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. You put your heart into them. That's what I like. I like questions with some heart in them. I just won't use sabers against the younglings. I'll use the whole... You'll torture the younglings, Gotham? That's not very nice. I was expecting when you said you put your heart into these comments they were going to be nice. You want to hear the younglings... Oh dear. I don't even know if I... There's children watching. How could I... What is it? What's the obsession with the younglings? Then killing the younglings? Why do people want to do this to the poor younglings? I think the scene in Revenge of the Sith did all it needed to do with the younglings, and I don't see this further obsession with these despicable acts against them. Oh, I didn't mean to hit you, I'm sorry. This is LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. But we are talking Skywalker Saga as always. Remember to like, guys, and subscribe if you're new. I would appreciate it. Because there will be a video out soon. There will. I promise you that. I haven't wanted to upload stuff just for the sake of it. So there will be, I can assure you, things coming. Here we go. Have we done it? Yes, we have. So what's the point in this one up here? No idea. Well done, BB-8. We've fixed this stand that Mars is just sat around and letting whatever happen. Read your droid question, gang. Sure. Let's have a look. What kind of droid do you like? What kind of droid do you like? Astromech? I don't worry. I know astromechs are like the R2 units. BB unit, companion droid, C3PO, so protocol droid, DO, B1 battle droid, B2 battle droid, droidica, etc. I mean, if I was in the Star Wars universe, I'd have an astromech, an R2 unit, probably R3. Who knows? But what's my favourite? Probably a droidica in terms of the aesthetic, I suppose. But if I was in the Star Wars universe, I'd go with an R2 unit, obviously, or an astromech. They're so handy, aren't they? They're wonderful guys. We need to do Ifano. I just walked past Ifano earlier. I don't even need to build this again. Does your channel count as a podcast? It depends on your definition of podcast, really. I wouldn't say it counts as a podcast, no. But that's just me. I don't even think they've given me a character who can do this. Hang on, I'm going to answer your question. I'm just quite bewildered right now. That I get if you don't have a character unlocked to do things like, for example, when I didn't have Kit Fisto or Arakbar, I couldn't do the underwater things, but it's a bit of a joke in this game, actually, and I hope this isn't an issue in the next game, where certain things just aren't accessible because it doesn't give you the characters. So, like I said, we're going to have to exit at points. We've got a few mini kits, but that's about it we've got from that. We're not going to be able to finish it because it didn't give me the characters. I was reading a question, the podcast one. I wouldn't say it counts as a podcast, no. I'd say a podcast is explicitly called a podcast for starters, and it's more of a people just sat down talking, not playing a game while doing it. I suppose it's all wording, really, isn't it? You get your wisdom teeth out on May 4th. Good luck with that, LJ. I have never had to have a wisdom tooth out. I will probably have to one day because I have a problem with one of them, but I seem to be surviving. But I have had to have 5 teeth out in my time. That's not because I don't look after my teeth. It's this was when I was very young. It's because I had too many teeth. Have you ever had that one before? So I had to have 5 teeth out. But good luck with the wisdom tooth, and hopefully we do get some news to make your day a lot better. But good luck with that, indeed. I'm sure you'll do great. It'll all go well. Podcasts are more about criticism, reaction. Yeah, you could argue that. I wouldn't say this is a podcast. When I think of a podcast, I think of people sat in a room, not playing a game while they're talking about whatever they're talking about, like a studio, or I don't know. That's what I think of. But that's just what I think of. That doesn't mean anything, really, does it? Oh, this gets you so many coins, but we're going to pass for now because I've got levels to do. So, no. We're saving up for 4 million, I believe it is, for the ×4 multiplier. Trouble over Tal, no. Some of these missions are going to take a long time. That's 28. I think there was one last week, actually, that we've now got enough for. I mean, that one's Twunketi, is that how you say that? We're 2 away from that. I'm going to check all these. We're quite a few away from that one. We're not going to do the Dejeric battle. Is that how you say it? Dejeric? We've done the First Order Siege. I remember doing that one. It's quite a fun mission, actually. We might do that. Star Killer. That's the insane one. That's the insane one. Escape from Star Killer Base. We've not got any on that. I think that's the one we've just unlocked, isn't it? We'll see. Or we unlocked like last stream. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, if you're new. Thoughts on KOTOR rumours? I'm not a big KOTOR fan now. I hope that changes because I did try it and it really wasn't for me. But I hope I can get into it. And let's hope there's some truth to it. Let's hope it lives up to what people want it to, if it's real. But I don't have much opinions on that. Can you hold a triangle to access the whole character menu? Yeah, I think it's on the kind of circular menu thing, yeah. I believe it is. No, we have done this one. We have done this one, haven't we? I find it very unlikely that we wouldn't have got a singular mini-kit, True Jedi, or anything. For that matter, Red Brick. You want me to time out Gotham? What's he saying? I'll give him another chance. Gotham, keep it nice, because if Tyler was here right now, which it's very rare he's not, but if Tyler was here, he'd have got rid of you a lot sooner. If you're not commenting very nice things, I don't want to get rid of anyone. I appreciate you all being here, even if I don't read your comment or get to you. I appreciate you being here. I really do, especially through this very quiet time. So please just treat everybody with respect. You can't ask for much more, can you? How are you doing, Dan? Good to see you, my friend. Should they make Lego cereal in which the cereal pieces look like Lego studs? That'd be cool. I'm surprised they've not already done that. Imagine that. I'm not even a breakfast person, but I would get Lego cereal. As long as it's actual cereal and not plastic Lego pieces, because don't be putting those in your mouth, kids. Philip, I can't tell you why you haven't watched news about Skywalker Saga in a while, but I could give you a guess that it's probably because there hasn't been much, which is very sad. Obviously, I'd cover it here if there was anything. Maybe there has been little things and I've just missed them, but I doubt I'd miss them. I'm trying to think, has there been anything? Not really, but if you subscribe to the channel, then you'll be the first to know, I suppose, if there's news. Well, you might not be first in the comments, because there's such a demand to be first these days. Which is fine. I love like the first, second, third comments, by the way. I know some people are not into those, find them annoying. I don't see why. I think it's just great that you're watching me in the first place, so I always encourage any comments as long as they're nice. Well, you can criticize as well. I mean, nice to one another. Criticize me as much as you want. I don't care. But be nice to one another. Anyway, next question. Look, I don't know if Disney are going to ruin the Old Republic. I don't want to just... Look, I'm not happy with things Disney have done. Other things they've done, I think they've done exceptionally well. Does the Old Republic need to be remade? I don't know, because I was never a big fan of it. I know it's something a lot of people have wanted Old Republic content, whether that means they wanted a game remake or movies. I'm not really too sure what the biggest demand was, but people want it. What order am I going to do the episodes in? 1 to 9 for me. What order are you guys going to do them in? Who tried to make me say the you swallow? Yeah, with the whole like, you know, the. I hope I didn't say it actually. Let me double check. Oh, is it the one I avoided? Good, because I won't fall for them, and maybe I've just challenged you all to try and get me to say something there. But here's the thing, with the whole like silly names or words that make it sound like you're saying something else. I've seen too many troll videos come up with this stuff to not expect it. Now there could be one that catches me out, but I have a little technique that I use to avoid it. So. You can try. You may succeed. I don't know, but you can try. I know most of them. He says that now. Can we walk through this? No. But does she have the toxin thing? Okay. I don't know how they really decide who gets the toxin thing and who doesn't. Like, what makes one person more capable for it? I don't know. You're going to skip 8. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of 8. I've said this so many times. But here's the thing. Lego games make some of the worst episodes, the worst parts of movies incredible to enjoy. And I don't think I'm ever going to have so much fun on Canto Bight in my life. Because I'm definitely going to have more fun on Canto Bight in Lego Star Wars than I did watching it. So I'm excited for episode 8. Look, I'll be honest with you, am I as excited to play episode 8 than I am episode 3? Absolutely not, but I am totally ready for it. I hope they make it enjoyable. I'm sure they will. Oh dear. Yeah, let's hope I'm not talking too soon, Caleb. Force Awakens game was really fun. I was not over keen on this first time round, and I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it a lot more second time round, where I'm just losing studs at this point. So let's be careful. It's not that way. Is it up there? No. What was this guy have to? It's this. Sometimes I wonder with myself on this game. It's this here. Who's going to do the super run? Is it you? Yep, it's this guy. Apparently this guy can super run like Ray. It makes no sense to me, but it's a Lego game, so I don't care. It's a Lego game. Go with it. Can I answer your question, Todd? Yes, yes. Do you think Skywalker Saga you can play as a Porg, Crab Droid, and all the clones like Rex, Commander Cody? Porg, yes, because we've seen with this game especially that they've tried to incorporate more of the smaller or larger Lego characters into the roster now. Crab Droid, I know the dwarf spider droid is in the cover art, right, with the big one. So I think if you can play as that, you can play as a Crab Droid, I would guess. So if the Crab Droid is in there, which I hope it will be, because it's on Uta Power, isn't it, then I should hope so. All the other clones, this is what I say to you on that one. The fact that, I mean... I get worried about spoilers. Is there anyone here that doesn't... Obviously, nothing to do with leaks. But is there anyone here that doesn't want to be spoiled by the Bad Batch trailer? Because what I will say to you is that clones who are in the movies, obviously, like Cody, Gree, I think will easily be in the game. But then when you get onto those Clone Wars characters, those Clone Wars clones from the series that are not in the movies, will they be in there? I don't always know with that one. If they could be in a character pack. There's one I want to talk about that could be in the Bad Batch character pack, but I'm guessing most people have seen the trailer and aren't worried about me talking about anything that's in the trailer, right? I'll see if there's any objections, and then if not, I'll just tell you who it is. Didn't see your lightsaber question. I'll have a look. Remember to like, subscribe, guys, as always, if you're new. Let's try and get 100 likes here tonight. Make sure you subscribe, because once the news starts coming in, I want to try and finally get that 40,000 subscribers. So let's get closer to it by the day and not further away by the day. I want to show my dad Star Wars because he's seen the old ones, but he won't budge. Which ones do you want to show him? The prequels, the sequels? You might not want to ruin what he had with the originals in case he doesn't like what happens next. You never know. The lightsaber question. I can't find the lightsaber question. Comment the lightsaber question again, and I will do it. I'm gonna not forget this. Does she not have a blaster? Oh no, she does have a blaster, alright. Harry's Adventures, Wazzy, welcome. Surely you can jump on top of that. Nope, she can't. Lieutenant Wright, was she in the movie? I don't remember no Lieutenant Wright, but I could be wrong, so we'll see. You haven't finished Clone Wars. Look, I can't just not talk about Clone Wars. Well, we're not talking about it anyway, but I'd always be mindful of spoilers online anyway. But, yeah, there's I'll put it this way. The clone we see in the Bad Batch trailer, who is not part of the Bad Batch, will probably be in that character pack. The one in... you know who I mean. Just in case anyone does. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I'm going to play it safer. But while I don't want to spoil it for you, always beware of the chat. You never know when a troll could come in and spoil it for you. So always beware of that. I will not spoil it for you. But I have been... and once again, I'm not going to tell you what these are. But I have been reading leaks about Bad Batch. Some of them with evidence to support them being real. And I am excited. I am so excited. I will not tell you the leaks. Don't worry. Some of you may have seen them. And once again, watch out in the chat just in case a troll comes in. But, God, I can't wait. It's going to be... That is going to be... It can't fail, surely not. Right, put that there. Let me jump on this, right? Yep. They should do Palpatine's arrest. I think they will do Palpatine's arrest. I honestly do. I think it's going to be part of the original 5 missions all the way. I really do. Waiting for this lightsaber question. So that's the lightsaber question. I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. Gotham. That's not very nice, is it? They should make a Lego SXP. I'm not too sure what you mean by that, actually. Please tell me. Your dad doesn't know that Han Solo dies. Don't tell him then. Don't tell him. Let it. In case he just doesn't want to know, that might scar him for life. So don't tell him. I think they'll do a bit of Order 66. They'll definitely do some sort of mission on it. The question is, will it be as Anakin? Will it be as Obi-Wan and Yoda? How will it go? I honestly don't know with that one. I really don't. Are these guys in the... It's freezing, and this guy's got his... the both of them have got their t-shirts off. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's freezing. I'm playing the game, and I can tell it's cold. Just by looking at it. Unless my eyes deceive me, and this is actually warm snow. Which I don't think you would ever get warm snow, would you? Naturally, that is. Who knows what they could make. Four of 60 likes, guys. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Get behind there. And I do like these behind the wall things. I'm glad we see Luke doing this in the Skywalker Saga trailer, because I do think that's one of the things this game got right. I can confidently say I really enjoy. I really enjoy this. It's not a feature I honestly thought pre-Force Awakens I would have enjoyed in a LEGO game, but I really do, actually. There we go. Nathan, how you doing? What do you gotta do? Throw the bomb. Who's got the bomb? No, it's him? He has the bomb? Yep, he does have the bomb all along. The lightsaber question will start with, do I collect lightsabers? You mean real FX lightsabers? I have, actually, 2. Which I did not mean to, like, even start. So, I got the Mace Windu one, because I always wanted it since I was a kid. And then I got the Palpatine one. I got the Force FX Palpatine one. Because I thought that looked cool as well. So I have them on my setup, which I should do a setup video. Like, I've done little ones here and there for members, but I should probably do, like, a setup video, but that won't be on this channel. I have something in the works. It's not like a second channel, per se. because I think that's very generic. Not that there's a problem with it, but it's not something I really plan to do. But I should probably do a setup video, but yeah. I have those two lightsabers. I know Ahsoka's is coming out, the Force FX Ahsoka lightsaber. The thing is, I love, like, Ahsoka's my favourite character. But I don't like any of her lightsabers. Like, I don't like her Clone Wars ones, whether they're green or blue, and I don't like her Rebels ones. She's still, like, my favourite character by a mile, but I think she's got boring lightsabers. I wish I didn't think that way. I wish I really liked them, because that's what you want, isn't it? You want, like, I love Mace Windu, and I love his lightsaber. I think the purple, the gold. The gold's got like a name. The gold that Mace Windu and Palpatine have on their lightsabers has got a name, and I don't even know what it is. So I meant to throw that there. I meant to throw it there. There we go. Would it be cool if they did a skill tree? So you like force lighting for some characters, you need to challenges. There was a leak, and this is the thing, this is nothing more than a leak. So we don't know if it's credible or not, but there was a leak suggesting that there would be like a skill tree element and also like a star card element. So like the skill tree element from Fallen Order and like a star card element from Battlefront in the game. Whether that is true or not, we don't really know. So I don't want to read too much into it. She has white lightsabers in The Mandalorian. Yeah, there's that, but they're the same lightsabers she has in Rebels. I don't really like them either. It's not even that I don't like the white color on lightsabers. I do actually think it's pretty unique. You know, I love the dark saber, which is the only black bladed lightsaber, which I think is so cool. I just don't like her hilts. I think her hilts are a bit boring. The only lightsabers I genuinely like are Windu, Palpatine, Dooku, Obi-Wan, actually. It's got a good one. Don't really care for Vader, or even, you know, the main lightsaber as it is, like Anakin's, or the Skywalker lightsaber as they call it these days. Not a big fan of that, either. I'm not saying these lightsabers are bad. Like, I'm not saying Ahsoka's lightsabers are bad. I'm just saying they're not real. They don't blow me away. Like, I look at Windu's or I look at Palpatine's and I think that, if I was in the Star Wars universe, that's the lightsaber I would want. What's everybody else's favourite lightsabers and least favourite lightsabers? How have we got onto this? Because I had a question about it, that's how. Oh, you haven't watched Rebels? You should watch Rebels. I think it's a good show. It's no Clone Wars, but it's a good show. Do you think you'll be able to activate one side of Darth Maul's saber or just the both? Honestly, I'd love to do one, just so you could do the whole. Well, I was gonna say just so you could do the whole dramatic like scene from episode 1, but I think when you activate his lightsaber, it will probably do it one at a time, maybe anyway. A bit like it does in Battlefront, I believe. But I think when you press activate, it will activate both sides of it. Which I'm not the biggest fan of, but... Well, I say I'm not the biggest fan of, it's not something I care too much about, but I'd like to be able to just activate one blade at a time. Maybe like you double tap if you want to. Ah, Tyler, you're here. Wait, Tyler, we've had a few, I say a few, one complaint about messages being deleted without me or you doing it by YouTube. I was saying how it was neither you or Already Dead that had that same issue a few months back, so it looks like it's joined us again. They really just run past poor Finn and Rey and Kylo. Just left them there. Wow, that's nice. That is like a very kind thing to do. Oh, we got walkers here. Maybe we'll see Matthew's walker with claw. And by the way, I'm not even saying that sarcastically. Like, he's got me that into it now that I want to see the walker with claw, thanks to Matthew, and nobody but Matthew. I don't think Dooku's lightsaber looks uncomfortable. I think it looks eloquent. Eloquent. That took me a few times to say. Do you think Skywalker Saga will be on iPad? As in like an Android and then an Apple version? Maybe down the line. Yeah, down the line, I think so. I don't think it will be at launch for the rest. I think they will do like a toned down, obviously, version for like Android and Apple, definitely. But if that was going to come at the same time as like Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, they would have told us. I just missed that mini kit. That is tragic. That is absolutely tragic. We just missed it. Oh well. It's thankfully it's not a matter of life and death. Doesn't seem to happen to you now, but it seems to have hit other people, which is interesting because some of their comments were a bit strange, not too groundbreakingly strange compared to other stuff we've got, but usually YouTube doesn't time it out, so I don't know. I know there's like a huge demand these days for social media companies to kind of watch what's posted a bit more, which I respect definitely, but it's going to be very hard for them to be able to do it because people find ways around it with words. They find, I mean, look at all like somebody told me earlier they were trying to get me to say certain words by wording them differently. Now, thankfully, I'm aware of this stuff anyway, and I know the most of them that they use, and I also know ways around how not to say them, which I'm not going to reveal because it's very basic how I don't do it, but I'm not going to say because they'll use that to their advantage. But there's no way of complete censoring rude comments, nasty comments, unacceptable comments. There's no way. It's gonna all get censored. The other people find ways around it. All recent LEGO games are available on Mac. I think they'll get retro. I honestly do think Skywalker Saga will get its release on an Apple and Android, just not the same release date. I don't think Force Awakens got it on the same release date. Complete Saga definitely didn't, but that's because we didn't even have like iPhones, or they were very early back then, I would guess. I don't think we had them. But it will come, I think. There's no like proof to support that, but I just think, judging by what you've said, I think we will get an Android and Apple version, but it will be later down the line. Lovely, lovely. Remember to like, subscribe, guys, as always, if you're new. What levels do you hope for the original trilogy? A big one they missed is Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan. So it's the big one, and people comment like they just, it's a few swings and Obi-Wan gives up. But they make the smallest of things into big extravagant events in Lego Star Wars, which I am completely for. So I hope they do the same here. I just make the Obi-Wan and Vader fight into this big thing in the game. Why not? I'm not saying have them swinging from bridges and everything and all that stuff, but swinging from ropes on bridges. Sorry, but why not? Just get it in there. Likes and subscribe because your live streams are awesome. Thank you, Harry. I very, very much appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. Make sure if you're not with Harry, if you've not clicked subscribe, if you've not clicked like, to go ahead and do so. I would very greatly appreciate it. The way Dooku holds his saber, though, I think it suits the whole curved blade approach. But well, that's just the way I look at it. Right, this one we are 1 gold brick away, so we just need to get something that's going to give us a gold brick. We could do like a challenge, and then we got another mission to do. So let's go to... Can you land on Endor? No, you can't land on Endor. Land on... I want to land somewhere different. I'll land on Tal. No, because there's only one mission there. Yeah, they should do a level for that, and I left it there, didn't I? I didn't say any more. I think every other mission was pretty much covered. I just want Palpatine to have his lightsaber in Episode 6 and Episode 9. Why not? Why not, is what I say. The car, no. I'm going to land on Starkiller. I feel like I never land on Starkiller, so let's go there. Imagine you can play as Old Republic characters. I'd love it, even though I'm not a big fan of the Old Republic. Not because I think it's bad, just because I'm not really interested in it. But it's not going to happen, because the characters aren't canon, or some of them aren't. I know people say Darth Revan's got like a battalion of stormtroopers named after him in Episode 9. Well, that canonizes the name, it still doesn't canonize the story. If you get what I mean. And the appearance as well. Look how Starkiller in the Lego Star Wars 3 is called Vader's Apprentice. That's because of rights with the game and stuff, but issues like that. The UATT, which one is that, Dan? Which one is the UATT? You'll have to inform me on that one. Let's accept this mission, get a gold brick, and do that mission on the purple planet. I'm just going to call it the purple planet. Like a Kylo Ren shuttle. Remember, I had this one in Lego, and there was like a problem where the wings couldn't like realistically move into positions they could in the movies. Oh, I love the Clone Wars 2 Storm, my favourite era. Do you think there will be a Clone Wars DLC in Skywalker Saga, Jesper? I don't think these other two character packs are going to come to anything the more I think about it. So, honestly, I think characters like Ahsoka, Ventress might be acquirable through Kyber bricks, possibly completing levels. I do think they'll find a way to get them in there. Once again, a certain clone trooper might be in the Bad Batch character pack, judging off that trailer. I think you all know who I mean. Captain Ulcer, does that give it away? As he refers to in one of his quotes, so yeah. Gotham, what's your question? I'm not avoiding it, I've not looked at it. You want a Lego Younglings set? I think Gotham's just obsessed with the Younglings. Would you have guessed that? I think I'm stating the obvious, to be honest. So yeah, good for you, Gotham. If you love the Younglings. I think the way you talk about them is a bit strange, but how much of that I actually believe is you and how much of it is trolling is something else. Taking me a while to destroy a few X-Wings, and just like that, free. Just like that. I think it would be cool to find pieces of Darth Vader's lightsaber and then build it, because in Legends he steals it from an Order 66 survivor, but they'll probably go off canon, won't they? I'm not too sure how he gets it in canon. I know it's in one of the comics, isn't it? It's in the Vader comic, but I doubt they'll include that. Remember, the main focus is the Skywalker Saga. So as much as we all want stuff from other pieces of Star Wars media, which we are getting through character packs, the main focus is those 9 movies. And just like I'm sure a lot of people, I would love a second Lego Star Wars The Clone Wars game from the later seasons, considering the first one was just based on the first 2 and very little of the second season, mostly the first season. But I'd love Lego Star Wars The Clone Wars 2, but unfortunately I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't think it's going to happen. And the focus for this one is the Skywalker Saga, which is still great. It just means that is the focus, mainly, believe it or not. Please don't make me shoot more X-Wings. Okay, we're going for resistance transports now. Right, they're coming this way, okay. There's one down. How many ships will there be? Have they given us a number yet? I don't think they have, because we know there's 23 plus planets. We know the characters, the 800, which includes NPCs and everything. I don't think they've given us a vehicle amount, actually. But I would guess it would be balanced. So I know you could argue, here's 20 vehicles slash ships from the Clone Wars era, and here's like 6 from the sequels. But they'd still balance it out, I think. Even though there's maybe more from the Clone Wars era. And the Clone Wars era, there's so many. It's unbelievable. That should get us the gold brick we need. Braden, welcome. Yeah, that's in the, you know, the How It Should Have Ended channel, Retro Boy? All the younglings come back as Force Ghosts in that, when they're like having the party on Endor, and it's pretty awkward for Anakin, as I would expect if a bunch of dead children that you killed in the Jedi Temple all those years ago turned up. I don't know why the younglings are such a prominent talking point. I feel like the more I talk about it, it continues. But even then, I still get comments about it. Tyler, it wasn't Gardula the Hutt. Who the hell was it then? Who was that Hutt I was playing as? The purple one. Who was it? How do I go to the Millennium Falcon? Where is the Millennium Falcon? Okay, so if I want to go to another planet now, how do I get there? What's inside there? We need a dark side user. Let's go 7th Sister. Use the Force, 7th Sister. There's another gold brick. We could have just got that one all along. But where the hell is the Falcon at? Is it through here? I mean, we just arrived on it, so it can't be far. It won't be this way. Lovely. Is that on the map? What's that jump? Grabala the Hutt. Okay, Grabala. What's the difference between Gardula and Grabala? Both Hutts. Both rip-offs of Jabba. Who cares? Right, I have no idea how to get to the Falcon, unfortunately. Wait, can she do the spinny oh my god, the spinny helicopter thing. I had no idea that was in this game. Oh my god, I mean, I hate it and I also find it hilarious at the same time, but... Don't shoot me, I'm a spinny helicopter inquisitor. This is like everybody's favourite thing. Everybody loves the spinny helicopter inquisitors. Right, let's get a vehicle. Let's get Jedi Microfighter. Where is it? Am I missing something? Shouldn't it not just spawn in front of me? Alright, let's try Slave 1. We can't miss a huge Slave 1 being dropped down. Nope. Lovely. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, if you do. If you're new, let's find a question. There's one mystery that I can't seem to wrap my head around. How come the Jedi during the Clone Wars didn't sense Palpatine's evil aura and instantly know it? He clouded their vision, is the excuse. Which, if he was that powerful, I suppose maybe he could cloud vision. But that's what we get told. The dark side has clouded their vision, my friend. That's the quote, isn't it? Oh, there's General Hux in his sports outfit. We need a small character. Max Rebo, what a man. I love Max Rebo. A blue elephant. Will Black Spire Outpost be in the game? Which one's Black Spire Outpost? That's the Fortress Inquisitorius, is it? I don't actually, I admit, I don't actually know off the top of my head. I recognise it. I think it's Fortress Inquisitorius. But I could be wrong on that, so I'm prepared to be wrong. Who's my favourite Star Wars actor? It's Ewan McGregor, probably. He's fantastic as Obi-Wan. I don't think anybody could ever deny that. Right, so that one just appears. But when I summoned Slave 1, that didn't appear. Or let's go the Interceptor. Alright, okay. Okay, this should be easier to find the Falcon now. Yeah, not supposed to come back here. What's my favourite? I answered that one. Can I be honest with you? I completely lost my excitement for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, but you will play it. So this is something I've seen a lot, but it doesn't worry me. Because I know a lot of the audience is young children, and you're just so excited to play it, and then you get hit with the constant letdowns, and I know that. But at the same time, it's completely natural that when something like this happens, which is rare, but when something like this happens, you lose interest, you get bored, you get frustrated. And I get a lot of comments like that, like I'm frustrated, I'm bored, I'm not coming back. It doesn't worry me because I know that is a natural reaction, and I know that will change. I know that will change in time when we actually start to get news. So I understand your frustration right now, but I'm not worried. Obviously, I'm sad for you. I'm sad for myself, to be honest, because I was so excited for this game, and then it seems like it's letdown after letdown. And you know, a message I'm once again giving you for May 4th is don't depend on there being news. I'm excited for May the 4th because I'm excited for the Bad Batch show, but don't just depend on news. Just in case you don't get what you're looking for, which is very, very plausible. It's very plausible that there might just be nothing again, and it might be another in a series of letdowns, and I don't want people to get their hopes up for nothing, but it's always possible, isn't it? It's always possible with the current state of things that there could just be nothing again. But I have no doubt that when we finally do get something, and it is a when, it's not an if, it's a when, because we know the game's coming out, it's not cancelled, it's coming, we just don't know when. That will pick up and things will change and it will turn around, and especially when the younger audience just see the trailer, there's a release date, they'll be as hyped as anything for it. And then we can only hope that in the end the game is good, which I'm sure it will be. It sounded a bit skeptical then, but I assure you I'm not. I think the game will be great. Right, I'm guessing the Falcon is anywhere. It's going to be down here. This is like the... yeah, this is like from Battlefront 2. The stage. Go to Tatooine. Tatooine's not in this game. 81 people here. How you doing, everyone? Good to see you. Been keeping myself busy with Falcon and Winter Soldier. I watched a bit more, so I'm halfway through episode 4. I haven't finished it, but it's not really something I'm enjoying, I'll be honest with you. I really love WandaVision, and this is someone who's not a huge Marvel fan. I've made that very apparent in the past. But WandaVision was a good show. I'm not sure Falcon and Winter Soldier is doing it for me, but I hope that changes. That is Poe Dameron. Unbelievable. Which clanker is better? The ones run by a computer or the ones with personality? Well, the ones that are... You mean the B ones that were run by the central computer? I would say both of them, both the B1s have as much personality as the others. I mean, their voices are a bit different, yes, but they're all stupid, aren't they? One's run by a computer and one's not, but their personalities are exactly the same for me. There's no difference, so... I still love the B1s, by the way. I suppose I prefer the squeakier voice battle droids, just because they're a bit funnier. I'm not someone who's annoyed by the battle droids. I actually really like the battle droids. Do you think you can go inside the Falcon Skywalker Saga? Yep. And if you want to know a bit more about that, and I say a bit more, watch my demo video. It's like the main video on the channel. It's like pinned to the homepage and everything. About the demo that was shown at E3 in 2019. Someone who went to the demo spoke to me about it. And got all the details for you in that. My favourite Jedi Starfighter from episodes 2 or 3? Not a big fan of them, actually. I would probably say Anakin's green one that he goes to Mustafar in, but it'll be in the game. I know it'll be in the Skywalker Saga. I'm not fussed about it, to be honest. But well, we'll see. Did you know the strongest? I didn't know that at all, Gotham. Do you think Jango Fett will be playable in episode 2, trying to run away from the clone factory? They'll probably go over plot like that again. So on Kamino, Obi-Wan and probably R4 trying to kill Jango. Will you have the big Slave 1 fight at the end? I think so. Imagine they go down the same route of how intense that fight was between Jango and Obi-Wan, where you got them sliding all over the place and stuff, and using their rope. Oh, Jango using his ropes, and Obi-Wan nearly drowning to death. It's just imagine that. A lot of possibility for that level, actually. A lot of possibility. Love your vids. Thank you, Kershaw. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody still watching and enjoying the. I hope you're enjoying the content while we wait for Skywalker Saga. Gotham, I know every trick in the book. Well, not every trick, but I'd say number 1, if you're trying to catch me out, troll me to say something. Once again, I'm not going to tell you my very obvious tip I have for not reading things that are gonna make me say something silly. But also, come into the chat and act very serious. I know with you of your comments are crazy anyway, so yeah. Want to hear a joke? Sure. Give me your best joke. Anyway, we got some Raftar hunting to do. Will Rogue One content be in the game, Gaming Kid? We're getting a Rogue One character pack. As with levels, we know nothing of levels yet. The shot of Vader in the corridor in the trailer was confirmed to already be just not Rogue One related, which is an interesting one, but I think that'll be from an episode 4 level, personally. Will the B ones, Clone Wars, have more emotion, and the Phantom Menace ones are strictly following orders with no emotion? Is it the Clone Wars ones have emotion? Because the droids don't have personalities, I suppose, or do they? I'd say the Clone Wars ones then, if that's what your opinion is, or your analysis of the matter. I'd say the Clone Wars ones then, for me. But I think everybody would probably prefer the Clone Wars ones, the squeakier voices. You're going to accept that it's not going to be released. The game will be released. I can assure you of that. The game will be released. Don't worry too much about things. Look, we're going to get the best LEGO game possible at the end of this, so I think we need to calm down. We need to respect that there's some issues, but at least they've told us. That's all I wanted a few weeks ago. I told you that. I just wanted them to tell us what the hell was going on, and they've done that. And I respect that. So let's see where things go from here. But overall, I don't think we've got anything to worry about, honestly. I really don't think we've got anything to worry about. I did say I was going to stream Battlefront 2 on April 28th. I will still be streaming it as far as I'm aware, unless something comes up that I'm not quite aware of yet. Then I would suspect I am still streaming it. Han, you there? There we go. They're not exactly the same, no, but they're very similar, if you get what I mean. I'm sure you do. How different will each character be? And the complete Saga character type was kind of the same, as you know. Yeah, I always think of all the Jedi pretty much being the same, except Anakin maybe has a different leap forward. It's unclear how different they will all be. Yeah, I would obviously expect the big ones like Grievous, Dooku to be very different from one another, but how much will your average Jedi or your average Resistance officer be from one another? In terms of anything apart from appearance, probably not much of a difference, but can only hope that maybe, I don't know, are they really going to spend time on giving Kit Fisto different abilities to Ki-Adi-Mundi? Officer Bob to Officer Jim, whatever the officers are called, the resistance officers, because I don't remember half of them. Those are made up names as well for the officers. What are these guys? Not mean to hit him then. He's up. That's for Wicket. Right, now we bring this over here. I do like the whole build it in different places feature, but from what I gathered of the demo video I made, is that with the new game you could build something in a place where it's not even meant to be there entirely to do nothing at all. So I suppose it's very dependent on what route they go down. Will you just be able... I don't think it's going to be like the original Lego game, where you can just build things in one place. I don't think it's going to be like this game, where you can just build things in set 2-3 different places. I think, like I spoke about in the demo video, you're just going to be able to build things kind of wherever, and you'll eventually get the right one. But we'll have to see, won't we? That's the big one still. I think the infuriating one for a lot of people is the whole we'll have to see what happens. There were 4 likes off 80, guys. Remember to like if you haven't already. Subscribe, all that good stuff. The trampoline here. Alright, we need Chewie on that then. Will they do fighting forms like Mace Windu? I don't think they'll go to that degree of accuracy in terms of fighting forms. I'd love it, but I doubt that they will go to that level of accuracy. I think Ki-Adi-Mundi will probably fight the same way as Mace Windu. Maybe like Mace Windu will get a different fighting style. Maybe Anakin, I'm sure, will have slight differences, but I wouldn't expect anything too drastic. Oh dear. Crabs. No, I wasn't meant to do that. Okay, we're up. I mean, this is an interesting mission to say the most, but I suppose it gives you some context of what happened between certain parts. Come on, Han. Ilan, welcome. What episode am I most excited to play? Free for me. It's got to be free. It has to be free. I mean, it's just my favourite Star Wars movie, so there's no competition for me. What is everybody else's favourite mission? For me, though, it's episode 3 all the way. Next question. I think it would be good if they... I think it would be good if the Order 66 you have to go to the temple as normal Anakin and kill so many Jedi you have to unlock his hooded appearance. You could, but I think his hooded appearance... I'm curious if like the hooded and non-hooded appearances will just class as the same one. Maybe you'd even... I doubt this one, but maybe you'd even have the option to take your hood off. I don't see the point in like making a big thing of hooded and non-hooded appearances being different things. I think they should just combine them into one. Why not? I'm your favourite Star Wars YouTuber. Thank you, Gaming Kid. I know there's much competition out there because these days there's just Star Wars in general, so many content creators, which is what you like to see, obviously. Means it's going to be alive for hopefully many years to come, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Where's Chewie? The characters don't do a very good job at following you on this level, do they? I'm physically having to bring every single one of them up. Mr. Mordo, welcome. Gotham, I'm not answering that, and I'm surprised Tyler hasn't put you in a timeout yet. But oh, what is this? This is an interesting environment. I'm most excited to play the whole game, but maybe episodes 5 and 9 because 5 is your favourite movie, and 9 I'm just excited to see what they do because we haven't seen that one yet in Lego form. Yeah, there's a lot of mystery with 9, especially the Battle of Exegol. What's going to happen there? How are they going to do it with Palpatine and his lightsaber? That's the main one. Are they going to let him use it? Which I hope they do. Will Wounded / Bandaged Chewie be in the game? I should hope so, if they want to be accurate to episode 7. I'd have to think about that, episode 7. A higher ground. I heard that comment about the higher ground there. I like the armour these guys have. It's pretty cool. It reminds me of like the Bad Batch armour, even though they're completely different factions. Like look at them in that image at the top. Reminds me of like Hunter's armour, especially. Yeah, I'd say Hunter. Like the red one, obviously. The blue one, not so much. Just like that, a ladder appears. Bacon, welcome to the stream. If you are new here, guys, feel free to like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Take him out. We need to get rid of this heavy gunner. Heavy gunner's always so annoying. Oh no, the Raftar's got him. A Raftar's going to go loose at this rate, and then we're going to have to fight the Raftar. Yep. Han kind of summarised that well. Solves one problem. Will Skywalker Saga have modding for PC? I'm guessing people will end up modding it. I know Battlefront 2 had so many restrictions and people still ended up learning how to mod it. So I'm not really a modder, I'm not great at that stuff. I'm not good at it at all, to be honest, but people will find it. People will figure out a way, as they always do. You'll definitely see some weird mods. And some good mods as well. There's going to be some good ones. As well as bad ones. Get rid of that guy. Created a small falcon. Steven says, do you think Yoda will have the same death sound, or do you think you'll get that in the classic character pack? I think it's definitely going to be in the classic character pack, Yoda. I think it'll be in both, honestly. There'll be outrage. If they made like a new death sound for Yoda, there would be outrage. I think that they will not put too much Clone Wars in, as there's a whole Star Wars game for the Clone Wars. Yeah, but you got to remember, I think the Clone Wars stuff from the movies will be in there, but the Clone Wars TV show stuff, if it's just in the TV show, won't be as prominent if in there at all. There'll be bits. Of course there'll be bits. There always is. They'll find a way. Like, maybe they'll sneak commando droids into it somehow. I don't know. But they could try. Who knows what they do. Iron, welcome to the stream. What in-game purchases will there be for the Skywalker Saga? Judging by what we know so far, and I'm guessing how it will remain, is that it'll just be the character packs, which is why I advise you, if you are able to buy the deluxe edition and you're thinking about it, just buy it, because it's going to be cheaper overall in the long term. Scout Trooper, welcome. What do I think the best hub world will be? Could be Coruscant. But I always get this feeling about Tatooine, because Tatooine's a pretty bland planet, and I think people just love it mainly because it's so iconic in the saga, but as an actual planet it's kind of boring. But I just think with the amount of opportunities there, Jabba's Palace, the Mos Eisley Cantina, Tusken Raider camps, Mos Pelgo, imagine if they added that from Mandalorian. Mos Eisley, Mos Espa's the other one. Mos Espa's going to be in there because of episode 1. Do you think the game is coming out in summer? I think fall, Toast Bricks. I think fall. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's summer. I want it as soon as possible. But I also want the best game possible. And I think the fact that they didn't seem to know when it was coming out in that second delay mission would mean not summer. It would mean fall to me. Not winter, I don't think. Once again, apologies for background noise, but you know how it is. It's the same thing every week, usually, with the background noise here. Quinners, how you doing? It's been a while, my friend. Coruscant Open World, that's what I'm most excited for. Just seeing Windu run through the Coruscant Open World streets was lovely. What's this? I don't feel like I've built this yet. Maybe I just unlocked it. Oh, it's the one we've just done, okay. Wait, I may play this, because I remember this is how you get loads of studs. Like, this is insane. And you can replay it as well. Well, will there be multiplayer in the Skywalker Saga? I'm hoping, if they really want to live up to this being the biggest LEGO game of all time, then they gotta do it, I feel. At least 4 players. Do you think you'll be able to fly in Wookiee flying machines? You mean the Wookiee gunships? Are they called? No, the Wookiee gunships are the ones from Star Wars Rebels, I believe. I know the ones you mean from episode 3. I'm not actually sure if they'll include those. They'll maybe be in the background, but I would suspect nothing further than that. Oh, I gotta play. Didn't even realise. Let's get all these studs first. Because I'm pretty sure, don't the studs... I'm trying to remember back to when I used to play this. I'm pretty sure like the studs time out after each level. Can I change character? Okay, I'm the big guy now. But he's slower. These final few. This little guy's cocky, isn't he? Force Awakens crashes on iPad. I wouldn't be able to help you with that one, honestly. I mean, I'd say the usual, maybe check the game's updated, maybe restart, but apart from that, I honestly don't really know how to help usually when there's like crashes and stuff. I need to pick another guy. Yeah, pick him. Stay with him. Oh, I'm dead. How many waves are there again on this? Right, get this guy. I'm pretty sure this isn't how the game works in the movies. I'm trying to remember back to this because I remember that you get so many studs by doing this. I mean, this pretty much... Imagine this with the multipliers. It'd be absolutely beautiful. Yeah, try re-downloading it, reinstalling it. That's always a shout. You'll mod the Skywalker Saga gaming kit. Maybe I'll do some mod videos. I mean, I don't know. Because there's always been mod videos for like Battlefront. It was never really my thing, mainly because I'm a console player. That's by choice. I don't want to be a PC player. I prefer console, and that meant I never really got into the mods. And obviously, I just like to cover what I enjoy at the end of the day. And mods for me, I don't really enjoy. I enjoy seeing the creativity. I think the players are absolutely fantastic with what they achieve, but at the same time, I'm not drawn in by it. But I may cover some. We'll have to see. Can you just like exit and save? Oh no, you've got to complete it then. I just don't know how many phases there are. Is it like 12? Does anyone remember how many phases there are in this? We are 16 likes off the big 100, guys, as well. So let's try. See if we can hit it. I like how just HD the characters look above this. That looks pretty cool. Wave 5. How many waves will there be? Who's that? Kylo Ren. We gotta be near the end now then, if Kylo Ren's here, because I'm guessing he's like the big one. You think Revenge of the Sith and Skywalker Saga will be great? I hope it is. I mean, that's my favourite movie, so I'd want it to be the best one. Alright, final wave. Boring, PJ? I mean, we're coming towards the end now, so questions have slowed down a bit, but hopefully, you know, more. We just need a bit more info to give us new talking points. Obviously, I've made it very clear I want to keep these things going every week, just to keep some sort of discussion going. I don't want the discussion on my channel, at least, to die out, because I don't know if the community discussion is dying out in other areas, but on Reddit I've seen it dying out a bit. The Discord server as well doesn't seem as active, the Lego Star Wars one, as I'd usually say it looks, so I'm just hoping things don't die out, but we can only hope. For the time being as well, die out. I don't think in the long term it's going to die out. All it takes, like I said earlier, is kind of a trailer or new info in general. How are you doing, Sam? We'll probably end it there though, guys. Any final questions? Gregors, I don't think that is really a appropriate subject for a Lego Star Wars stream, is it? But we are going to end it there. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe, as always. And I will see you in the next one, which will be next week, just before. Be May, let me just check this, I believe it'll be May 2nd. I mean, there'll be a Battlefront stream on Wednesday, the one I promised. But yeah, May 2nd. May 2nd will be the next Skywalker Saga Q&A. So I look forward to that. And hopefully we can speculate about what could come or what could not come on May 4th. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.